Guys, what's going on? How's everyone doing today? Hopefully, everyone's doing well. Our boots are dug in. We've done the research, we've done the work. Your bets are probably already in. If not, that's what I'm here for. You guys should know by now who I'm taking. All the JSB insiders, you guys have 7 tickets. Eight tickets, including our quarterly parlay that's still live. So I didn't do a dog of the week this week. I don't like forcing it. So you guys know that by now. If there's something that I don't like, I'm not going to force. I'm not going to pick an underdog just because it's an underdog. I wanted to. I try to every week. I don't have one this week. It is what it is. But you have a lot of other action. There's knockout props. There's points props. There's a safety net parlay. There's a everything's plus money. So check the Patreon. Check the YouTube members posts. I got a little bit of a shiner from boxing earlier today. Oh, yeah. I got touched up a bit earlier sparring. Anyway, it's Friday, May 22nd, 10:15 a.m. Hopefully everyone's doing well. I'll leave that link pinned in the comment section. It's a couple bucks a month. Become a JSB insider. Enter the Discord by either joining here on YouTube or Patreon, whichever way you choose. You get all my picks, all my plays. You get more access on YouTube. Patreon, you get more streamlined tickets, parlays, picks, whichever one you choose. You get access to our Discord. I'm going to remove that and just say what's up. Guys, I'll leave this on as long as you guys want. I'm already dug in. Like, the longer you're in the Discord, you would know, for me at least, I usually don't put my head in there all day Friday. Because if you pop your head in the Discord now, and I'll pull it up for the people who don't know what I'm talking about, there's still a lot of people who aren't decided on their picks. So people are proving their points. People are they're gonna make you second guess whatever you're choosing. I'm already dug in. You're not gonna make me second guess anything. If you guys want to pick my mind though on any of my picks, if you want to talk about any of the fights, that's what this live stream is for. I will leave it up as long as you guys are asking questions. I've already broken down all the fights, so you should have seen my breakdown, prediction, and analysis of the 3 videos, and then all week on our live streams we've been doing this. So if you're new here, I say welcome. If you've been here for a while, you guys are the man. Tipkin in the house. Tipkin, man, I like what you're doing on Instagram, bro. I like it. My favorite class in college was cultural anthropology, and it's probably why I'm a foreigner probably why I'm a foreigner in a foreign land. So my my whole mind was blown when I took that cultural anthropology class at Cal State Fullerton. I was in grad school, and it was a class. It was an elective for my grad degree, all about how other cultures live and their sustenance and that sort of thing. And your Instagram being in Russia right now, going into that little Indian bodega, dude, do more of that. Let me know if you have a YouTube as well. I'll share it. Tuning in from Moscow, 3:15 a.m., man. Keep up the content, bro. That stuff is so interesting. You need to go into a Moscow fight gym. Let's do bro, get access to a fight gym from Moscow. Bring a translator. We'll do a live stream together. That would be dope. Big Shadow, what's really good? Guys, just tap in, like the video. Oh, the Rons, the big fella. What's up, big dog? Dude, good to have you here, baby. It's been a while. Hopefully I see you soon. Hey, we're getting tickets for the Errol Spence Jr. Tim Tszyu fight. We should go. You should come with Luke and I. The big dog, the Rons. Yeah. Should be dogs next week either. Yeah, and there isn't any UFC this week, but there is PFL. There's a PFL card going on tomorrow. I know a lot of the boys in the Discord are pumped about it. Yes, Bakary, dude. Bakary's a beast, dude. Samake. Fun prospect. What is he, 21 now? 22, 23, somewhere in there. Not a household name, but he's a beast. They keep saying Torres is getting knocked out. Someone's getting knocked out. I disagree. They keep saying Jack is. I disagree. I'm gonna pull up the Discord now, guys. So we launched our Discord in August. We have over 500 VIPs. To get access to the Discord, click the link pinned. All right, guys. So if you're new here, it's not just boxing either. We're a professional betting community. So I gave the boys my NBA parlay. Look at that. So I'm not a cowboy bettor when it comes to boxing, but for NBA props, that is a plus. I think that's a plus 500. We have an American foot. We have NFL, but we know the season's over. We have hockey. We have soccer. We have baseball. We have tennis. I live in Sydney, so we have Australian sports too. So we have NRL. We have AFL, NASCAR, miscellaneous betting. Boxing and MMA are our bread and butter. So yeah, people in the Discord. This is like if you guys aren't sure of who you're taking, if you're if you're still torn, if you haven't placed your bets, the Discord will make you think about some stuff. But if you're one of these new bettors, if you're new to the game and you've placed your bets and you have anxiety about losing, the longer you're in the game, this shit there's no anxiety. It's like you win you as long as you win more than you lose, there's no anxiety once the bet. Like I've been doing this a while. I've done my film study. My boots are dug in. But a less experienced guy could go on that Discord and start second guessing their bets because these motherfuckers out there are savages. They're out. Their dudes are making slow mo videos of Frank Sanchez and dissecting his gait and seeing if he has a limp. Dudes are doing like postural analyses of Kiki Torres and seeing if he's really as big as he's listed and all that good stuff. So it is what it is. Jab, how do I get in the chat and the Patreon, or do I need to sub to the Discord? No, bro, you're in, brother. Jab, even what you do is you're in. You should have guys. Email me here. Send me an email if you need the Discord link. If you're already signed up, for those like Jab, for all of those who are signed up, who've joined the YouTube membership or have joined the Patreon, and you need access to the Discord, email me and I'll send you the Discord link. I'll do it after this live stream. Count me in. Hey, Whit, you get the time, check out the clip I upload on Uncle and the Heavy Bag. I'm going to check it out. Yeah. Dude, he's a savage. He's the canary in the coal mine, man. Tony Mundine. Australia. If you're talking about, yeah, obviously Lionel Rose and Tony would say that if Tony were in here, he would say Lionel Rose first and then Tony because Lionel came before Tony. But there's no Australian boxing conversation without those two names. Australian boxing starts with Lionel Rose and Tony Mundine. And then everybody else. Do your research, learn the facts, and Ron, I'll check that video out. I'll probably share it. I told your NBA bet. The Discord's great value. Appreciate you, Voorhees. Man, we're getting close with those NBA Cowboy bets, though, aren't we? I got screwed on my book yesterday because I had Jalen Williams, and he got taken out in the first quarter, so that prop was dusted. But some of the boys, their betting apps, if your player gets injured, they just void the prop, and the ticket stays live. That wasn't the case for me. What's up, youngin? Morning. Let's go. We're 24 hours away from the fights. I'll bring the odds up here in a second, guys. We have this is still the Discord. Breaking news. Breaking news. Ugas is this Ugas is fighting again? Absolutely crazy work. So we have a fight. I'll pull up the betting the sports bet. So these are the current odds. There's fights right now in Mexico, guys. I don't know if you guys are playing it, but Ayala is fighting Mama. I'm not playing it. There's a card going down right now in Mexico. If you guys are true degens, go to your betting app. You got to fight. But I do have money on Enki Karku. So I have a parlay. My parlay starts tomorrow at 7 a.m. Enki Karku versus Herrera. And that, I think, yeah, I didn't play Kel Kruth. Karku, Fuentes, Panthen, Scrappy. All these fights are tomorrow. Dude, the Golden Boy card, people are gonna hate. Look, if you're in it, if you are a true blue boxing fan and you're a fan of the sport, and you have your favorite fighters, but you're not like one of these casual fans who only watch when Shakur fights or when Devin fights or when Ryan fights, this is the channel for you because we're not fans of fighters, we're fans of the sport. So you are part of it. All the fight cards. We don't bash fighters. You might not like a fighter, and a fighter might lose a ticket. We'll just throw them on the no bet list. But we're not calling fighters trash. We're not calling fighters mud. Any human who decides to become a prize fighter and puts their life on the line, they deserve respect. So that's the sentiment. That's the attitude here. How I run my page, how I run the Discord. If you don't like that, there's plenty of other YouTube channels you could go and you could troll in comment sections and talk shit about fighters, and you'll have fun there. But that's not the place here. We're a research-based, educated fight fan base who break down the fights, who enjoy watching. That Golden Boy card's fun, dude. That Amari Jones fight, people are sleeping. I got to be honest with you. People are sleeping on Galtieri. We've seen this time and time again when you have an undefeated prospect who's leveling up for the first time and he's facing a former world champion. So I gave you guys my prop 2 days ago. I got early money on Amari by points, and I broke that down extensively yesterday on the live stream. It's one of my favorite sharp props of the week is Amari on points. So these are all the fights tomorrow. Robin, and none of these odds are really shifting. These odds are pretty much the same. Nothing's moving. You know the one fight that's moving a lot actually. Samaki versus Hadrabesh. This is surprising to me. This fight, I took Samake, who's $1.20. There's been a lot of money coming in on Hadrabesh, which is good. I think Samake is one of my favorite young prospects slash contenders. You probably would call him a contender by now. He's only what, early 20s? Bakary Samake? Stud, dude. Animal. Any moonshot ticket. You know what, Tipkin? One of the boys in our chat told me that if I would have combined all of my props for April. So one of the boys said, hey, because you guys know how I do every ticket's plus money. So you'll get a prop of the week, a single ticket plus 230, a knockout of the week, a single ticket plus 300. One of our JSB insiders added it up and he said if I would have added all of those props on one ticket, $100 would have made 3 million. So it's changed. What I think I'm going to start doing is it's just combining. Why not, right? Like last week we hit 7 out of 9 tickets. You know, we lost 2 tickets last week. The one was with Patty Donovan. Oh well, he was on 1 ticket. And then the other one was one other one. But we hit 7. What I might do is maybe we call it a moonshot, maybe we call it a collective ticket. Like what if I take all of the single props and put it on put them all on one ticket together and do like a half unit. And if something doesn't fall, it's fine. But every now and then, like 4 weeks ago, we hit 8 tickets. And last week we hit 7. So every now and then, if those collective method of victory parlays hit, those odds would be insane. So I think I'll do something like that. Preach Haruta by knockout. Yeah, I think what we're gonna see. So Haruta's facing May Solomon. May Solomon went into the Jazzy Parr fight. Jazzy Parr is a 21-year-old nepo. She's a nepo baby. She's the daughter of John Wayne Parr and the daughter of Angie Fernandez. Angie Fernandez was a beast, dude. She was a North American kickboxer. I knew about her. I knew about her mom too, just as I knew about John Wayne. So lifelong martial artist, started in jiu-jitsu, started in kickboxing, picked up boxing only a couple years ago, had a couple good wins. Dude, she hasn't went over Shotgun Shannon O'Connell. Or no, she lost that fight. I thought she won that fight. And then based on what she looked like against Shotgun, she was beating May Solomon pillar to post. I think Jazzy's still a kid. She like only a handful of pro rounds. May Solomon wasn't on anyone's radar. Was a plus 700, getting beat up every single minute of the whole round of the fight. Going into the seventh round, all of a sudden it was like, I don't know, an adrenaline dump. Like Jazzy Parr just disappeared. She just emptied the tank and had nothing, and then got stopped. Crazy, crazy. Shout out to May, but May by no means. And then who would have thought? Almost a year later, there'd be a car. She says she's Egyptian. She's Australian. Listen to May speak. I mean, she's Egyptian blood, Egyptian descent, but culturally, she's Australian. She has an Aussie accent. You know what I'm saying? But her family and her ethnicity is Egyptian. She's culturally, it's like I'm ethnically Italian and Slovak. My dad was from Prague. My mom is from Tuscany. So I'm ethnically Italian and Czech, but I'm culturally American. It's one of those things. So she gets put on that Egyptian card against Mizuka Haruta, the Ring Magazine Female Fighter of the Year. I think we're going to see levels. Haruta's volume, her angles, her skill, her sharpness, her pace, her pressure. I think we're going to get one of these standing stoppages, hopefully. I'm playing a late stoppage. The odds are amazing. You can play it if you want. I really like it. I really like her. There's a few of these props that I really like, and we're thinking outside the box. Like not many people were taking Amari Jones on points. I'm always thinking outside the box. Not many people took Jaya Patai on points. We took Jaya Patai on points. Not many people took Sam Gilly by knockout. We took Sam Gilly by knockout. Not many people took Brandon Figueroa by knockout. We took Figgy by knockout. You get the point, right? One of my favorite things to do is looking at things differently from a different scope, a different lens, and finding value for the boys. So I think Haruta, I think there's value there by knockout. She's not a big hitter, 10 and 0, 2 knockouts. But what I'm thinking though is we're going to see a level stoppage. You know what I'm saying? Like when somebody is in over their head, when the water's too deep and the skill set and gap is too wide, and you start seeing the points and the scorecards becoming too wide. And I'm expecting one of these sort of stoppages. Shout out to May Solomon, though, for fighting her way into the biggest fight of her life. You got to tip your cap. She's a beast. She's going to come in prepared. The thing is, she doesn't do anything exceptional. She's not a big puncher, but she's accurate. She doesn't have great hand speed, but she's sharp. She doesn't have great footwork, but she's technical. She doesn't like. I just think that she's in way over her head against Haruta. I'm catching up, guys. Julius Torres 6 through 12. Torres's endurance will surprise. Yeah, so I have Kiki to stop Sanchez. I just need a stoppage somewhere 1 through 12. That's one of my props. I wish May wins. That would be crazy. Yeah, my wallet is on Haruta. My heart. I'm cheering for May too, but I'm betting against her. It's one of those things. I agree with you, youngin. I know May. Hopefully she doesn't watch this live stream. Sub Johnny, I got DAZN Ultimate, but it didn't show the recent Sasaki fight, and there's still no highlights of it on YouTube. Do you know where I can access it? What platform did Discord watch it? I have no idea, Mike. Mike, maybe go to the boxing Discord, and I have no idea. The boys are savages in there streaming. Guys, if you're not in the Discord, another benefit of spending a couple bucks a month is that you'll never have to pay pay-per-view money again. I don't want to broadcast that, but since we started our Discord, I've saved hundreds, if not thousands, of not paying for. I used to be the guy for decades, I would pay for every single UFC pay-per-view. I would pay for every single boxing pay-per-view. Thousands and thousands. Since I started the Discord, dude, we stream those fights in the Discord, saving me money. We up. If anything, that is the access. Becoming part of our community is number one. Seeing who I'm picking so you can either follow or get a good understanding of the sport is another thing. But dude, a close first and second is not having to pay for the fights. And if the feds are listening, Squale! I'm that guy who's second guessing how you build that conviction in betting. Discord sweat. Bro, Tipkin, once you believe in your pick, don't go to the Discord until fight night. That's psychological. But that's normal. That's a sign of it comes with experience. It comes with experience, and it comes with the understanding that I used this term before on a live stream, personal sovereignty. Personal sovereignty is a phrase that I live my life under. There is nobody in this world who is going to tell me who I am. Ever. I've always lived my life this way more than I know who I am. Right? Nobody can tell me anything about myself. I believe in who I am. I know who I am. I use that philosophy with my work ethic, with what I believe in, how I treat people. I live my life my own way. Okay? In my own sovereign way. When you're betting, it's the same. As long as you know you put the work in and you did the research, you believe in your pick, you believe in your bet, and you're happy and you're fine with losing. You have to be fine and okay with losing. If you're betting to get rich, leave now. Nobody ever gets rich gambling. I mean, professional poker players, but they all end up broke anyway. Like this is for the love of the game. If you're chasing, if you're like broke and you're not happy in your career and you're in debt and you owe everyone money and your girl left you and your friends all think you suck because you never pay them back and you're betting, leave my community, please. I'm sorry. You need help. This is for the love of the game. It sucks to lose and it's great to win, but you know you're in a good spot is when you lose, it's just a loss. If your losses are affecting you emotionally, you got a problem. I mean that. My dad used to be a degenerate. I remember watching. Dude, when he lived, you wouldn't even be able to. He wouldn't speak to us for like 5 days. I learned a lot from being around degenerates as a young kid, and I could see the behavior in our Discord when dudes. We've gotten way better, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Our Discord's amazing. It's my favorite. It's my favorite social media site. Is the JSP Discord. Johnny, are you betting on the? Yeah, I got Usyk 1 through 6. You know what, guys? I'm gonna do something real quick. Let's see what these odds are. Shout out to Tipkin for the moonshot. What I'm gonna do is put all of my props that are individual tickets that the insiders have. I'm gonna put them on a parlay right now, and I want to see what those odds would pay. Like if we just make one ticket. Okay, so I'll put. I think we just have Safar on the money line. So I'm gonna put Safar on the money line. I got Amari on points. Safar the money line. Amari on points. We're already at plus 400. Haruta by knockout. We're at plus 2,100. So just those 3 bets plus 2,100. I think we're on to something with this moonshot stuff. Kiki Torres by knockout. Wow, that's insane. When I put this bet in 3 days ago, Torres was plus 200 by knockout. Now he's not even plus money by knockout, but we'll throw it on there anyway. We're already at plus 4,000. Ah, the boys. I'm going to just take Jack on the money line. I'm going to take Bakary on the money line. All right, that's it. So this is a 6-legger. So 100 on this 6-leg gets you 8,700. I think I'm going to do that. Why not, boys? This is what we're talking about. Is that good enough for your moonshot, boys? Moonshot parlay. 100 gets you 8,700, and these are just my normal picks. These are my normal picks. So this is insane, man. Shout out to the JSB Insider. You know who you are. I can find out They tallied all of my props from April, and if I would have taken all of those props that hit, they all hit, and put them on one ticket, I'd be a millionaire. $100 would have got me 3 million. Crazy, dude. What's up, boys? I still agree with everything Johnny Samaki. Yeah, let's go. Mike Ross in the house. We're all Charlie Z fans. Yeah, dude, Charlie's on the cough. Stud. Charlie Z, stud. Jordan Fuentes still fighting. It's on my book. But history, it wasn't up yesterday either, though. During the live stream, I tried bringing the Fuentes fight up. It wasn't up on BoxRec yet. John McGann, salute to Moscow, Russia. Checking in Raleigh, North Carolina. I lived in South Carolina for 2 summers. I used to go up to Wilmington, Wrightsville Beach. At the time in 2002 and 2003, tattooing and piercing was illegal in South Carolina. So I was playing baseball in Myrtle Beach. And to get tattoos and piercings, we would have to drive up to Wrightsville Beach. And I'd go to this tattoo shop called The Jaded Monkey. They did my arm tats. They did my tongue, and I had my nipples pierced too. I used to date a tattoo pierced chick, and she used to love all that freaky shit. I used to be a little freak out here, boy. My book doesn't post most props until the day before the fight, sometimes the day. A big shadow. Not the worst thing, right? What's up, Freebans? That's my guy. As you probably noticed, I don't have him on any of my tickets. I don't mess with Darius Fulgham. The only time I bet on Fulgham is I bet on him to lose. I'm not sold on him. I think my first debate on YouTube was me debating Gary 3D on the Darius Fulgham Bektamir Melikuziev fight, and I picked Melikuziev, and it was a nip and tuck affair until I think it was a 10-rounder. If it was a 10-rounder, Melikuziev dropped him in the 9th, or if it was a 12-rounder, Melikuziev dropped him in the 11th. Whatever it was a close fight. And after that, I just and then I felt like he lost his last fight too. I don't have action on Fulgham. Check out the MMA. I did, Bosch Christos. I did. Check out the MMA chat for one championship picks tonight. Me and Kiza on that. Okay. So, Bots Christos, are you and Kiza? Should I do a Kiza and Christos parlay? Give me a dog. Kiza, if you're on here, or if Boss Christos, is there a dog in the MMA that you guys like? Tipkin, I know, bro. That's insane. Well, that 6-legger's already paying $8,700 on $100. Is insane. All right, so consolidating parlay. Consolidating. Let's do it, Hector Rivera. Appreciate you, brother. It's plus 165 for one knockdown. The Catterall versus Kiyosawa fight. Plenty of knockdowns in Jack's fights. It is a great parlay piece. Good eye, Big Shadow. Shout out to the chat. The most researched chat in the game. 100%. Our JSB community, man. You guys would be, I don't know if the proper adjective, but this is why I always talk about, if, I hate getting compliments. When people try complimenting, I always say teamwork. You guys, a lot of what I know is from learning from you guys. This is a two-way street. So, guys, if you're looking for props, and I'm not really a knockdown prop guy, but Big Shadow, and there's truth to this. Catterall Giasov, plenty of knockdowns in Jack's fights. Definitely a great parlay. Plus 165, dude. That's a nice standalone. If Bakary wins, do you think the Fedor fight will happen? I don't know. I don't think so. For everything that I've seen in Seb, how he operates, how he's been moving, maybe though. He does seem like a nice enough guy to give to. I just don't think at this stage of his career, he's still young. He's willing to give a young guy. He wants big, massive fights. He wants household name Seb Fedor, and he rightfully deserves to move that way. Will the Samaki fight have? I don't know. History Vault. The boys are breaking this fight down. History Vault. You're in our Discord. What's your name in our Discord? Because Barium Boxing has gone really in depth with Desley Robinson versus Mary Spencer. Shout out to Barium Boxing. I'm not on Twitter, but if you guys are on Twitter, follow Barium Boxing. He's a JSB insider. He's in our chat. He's in our Discord. For the last week and a half, he's been breaking this fight down. Not on my radar, even though it should be Aussie connection. Come fight week, which it's coming up. I know that. I'll have an opinion on it. Youngin. That's the cheat code. Your Discord literally has it all for a couple. Appreciate you, brother. And this is why early days we had some growing pains because a lot of people were getting in our Discord thinking that it was all about just reading who I was picking. And I told everybody my goal from August was never to start a Discord to give you my picks. My goal from August was to start a Discord to build a community around boxing nerds. And we've had our growing pains, but we're a strong community now. John Doe. Sorry, I'm slow. Is there a difference? You're not slow between your paid YouTube channel and the Patreon. No, the difference is some people. So I started the Patreon because I was getting emails. Certain people, we're a global community, right? We're approaching 30,000 subs on YouTube, and YouTube is sort of the life force of growing the Discord, right? I was getting emails from people who were living in different parts of the world who they're not allowed to use Google Analytics to put their credit card in. They were asking me, multiple people, could you start a Patreon? I want to support the channel. I want your picks. And then it was like after months of like not doing it, I finally started the Patreon. And so what I decided to do is you could join, you could support, some people support both. Some people support the YouTube and the Patreon. Some people support one or the other. Whichever one you support, it's the same price and you get access to the Discord. So hopefully I answered your question. So John Doe, the link is pinned in the comment section. If you want to join on YouTube, you get access to the Discord. If you want to join on Patreon, you get access to the Discord. Everything Boxing. What's up, buddy? How you doing? What a great name. Everything Boxing. I wish I would have come up with that. I came up with Johnny Says Boxing. The reason why people are like, why didn't you just use your name? You guys know my name. It's on Instagram. But one of my favorite games was as a kid. I grew up was Simon Says. Simon Says. So I'm an old head. So Johnny Says was like Simon Says, go do this. Johnny Says Boxing. There's nothing else. Boxing is it. Everything Boxing. It's a great name. Free bands. If your losses affect you emotionally, yes, free bands. Free band. No, hold. You see what my point. Nobody likes to lose. You guys know me. I hate losing. I take it personal. I take my losses personal, like I let everybody down. My losses don't. I let my bank account down, but I'm not gambling outside of my means. I have my budget. I have my bankroll of what I want to use and what I don't. And I never dip into my other side of my bank account. So it's not like I fucking hate losing. I hate losing. I could tell you more of my losses than my wins, and I win way more. So think about that. The losses affect me way more because I feel like I let people down. But you know what I'm talking about, bands. Those boys who lose and they have complete meltdowns and they get racist, they get derogatory, they cuss people out. And I mean, this is coming from a guy who lived in Las Vegas for 2 years. I worked on the Las Vegas Strip in casinos for 2 years. I was a bartender in casinos for 2 years. I had a roommate who was a degenerate gambler. I bring him up all the time. we used to call him the Grim Weeper. That was his nickname, the Weeper, because we would, like, me and my other buddies who had we saved money and we would gamble. We'd play blackjack at the Win. I like playing slots at the bars. I used to play a game, an old head game called Keno. It's an embarrassing admission, but my poison was blackjack and then Keno, digital Keno, caveman Keno, because it was mindless. You could just drink at a bar, talk to people, hit a button. It was mindless. My one buddy, though, the Weeper, he would get paid on Saturdays at 11 a.m. He would take his check, because at the time, if you could cash your check at a casino. So he would get his check. This is 2011, 2012, 2013. He would go to the Orleans Casino and cash it. And then by 2 p.m. every Saturday, he got paid at 11 a.m. 2 p.m. every Saturday, he'd be broke. And me and my boys, we would go out Saturday night after I'd get off, and we'd have a blast. And he never had money, and he'd always be in the corner weeping. So we used to call him the Grim Weeper. Nobody wants to be around it. Being around a degenerate gambler is worse than being around somebody who's heartbroken. Because being around somebody that's heartbroken, You can be empathetic about it. You care for them. You know they're hurting. But when you're around a degenerate gambler and they're just always depressing, and it's like you got no time for that. Keep that evil away from me. You think Fuentes? I think Fuentes. The reason why I think Fuentes is going to win, he's bringing an opponent up 3 weight classes. We talked about this yesterday on the live stream. Fuentes is fighting a guy who last fought at 105. This fight's at 118. Tristan Calcruth, I don't bet on him. I did Amari points, Torres knockout counter. Fucking let's go, Baku. Like, look, that's your side bet, right? Baku, or is that your only bet of the week? Are you going like every all in on it? I like it. See, I feel bad like when people lose. We're in this to win. May Sullivan is a live dog. Nah, she ain't a live dog. She ain't a live dog at all. Oh, John. Yeah, man. I'm old, man. When you're old like me, hopefully, you'll have different segments. I've had like 7 different lives. I got 9 left. I got 2 left. I've had a lot of different lives. I never even talked about my freshman year of college, how I got money to even move. Boy, we crazy. I write about it though in my first book. Catterall fight, 1 knockdown plus money. Let's talk. Yeah, so shout out to Let's Talk. Shout out to one of the other boys in the chat. Just saw that prop. Johnny has Frank always had that Alonzo Harris. Johnny has Frank always had that Alonzo Harris pimp walk. No, he ain't always had that pimp walk. That's that. He got that old knee. That's that bone on bone. That's that cartilage. Those ligaments have deteriorated. That's that bone on bone. He ain't always have that. Yeah. Look, watch Frank from 2021 and watch Frank from 2024. There's a very substantial decline you could see in his game. FanDuel is short of Fuentes Gutierrez. Yeah. That's history. I was told Fuentes is bringing that guy up from 105. That's what I'm saying. And look, it's not just FanDuel. This is Australia. I broke this down yesterday. This is why it was shocking. Gutierrez is a 105er. I'm taking her. Don't sleep on Wonder Boy. GK's trying. So only GK's my guy. He's an insider. He's in our Discord. But every fight week, if you guys are new to the community and new to the Discord, you got to learn other people. You got to learn everyone's personalities. GK, let's say GK and I, it's fair to say we all probably agree and disagree. We'll say 50, 60% of the time. Nobody's going to agree 100% of the time. I don't want you to ever agree with me 100% of the time. So let's just say for the sake of the story, GK and I agree 50% of the time. I think it's a lot higher than that. It's probably like 80. GK is the type of guy, though, to want to convince you that he's right. So in the Discord, GK is going to prove his point that he is right all the way up to fight night. So if you do not have your boots dug in and you do not believe in your bet, GK is the type of dude to talk you out of your bet. You need to stand on business. So what I do is I won't go in the Discord on Fridays. GK, dude, I told you, but it's what makes our group great. I love it. Don't ever change, bro. I don't think Giasov is at Catterall's level. 17-0. He's 33 years old. Why is his step up now? Obviously, they don't like something. There's nothing in Giasov's tape that blows me away. He's a little bit longer, a little bit bigger. I think Catterall is like, there's not many southpaws out there better than Catterall. Sharp, his backhand, his timing, he wins rounds. The kid could easily be undefeated. 2 close split decisions. We could be looking at a guy who's undisputed. He should be undisputed with the Josh Taylor 1 victory. Like, it's crazy. There's nothing in Giasov's tape, dude, that looks good. I broke this down in my film. And if you look at who Giasov fights, Giasov's last He's coming off a 4th-round stoppage win. Look who Ramirez fought before he fought Giasov. A guy who was like 11-55. And then look at Giasov's opponent right before that. Look at who that guy had fought. 2 fighters who were like freaking 4-18. Like this, there's things aren't adding up. I'm hoping Catterall doesn't. My stress is Catterall. I hope he doesn't make it look too easy because I got Catterall on points. Saw some sites that listed Giasov at 5'9", him or Jack same height. Let me show you guys something. If you guys missed what I'm talking about, let me show you something. The fuck? All right, I can't expect everybody to be as big of nerds as we are, all right? Josh Taylor, Jorge Linares, former world champion. Josh Taylor, former undisputed champion. Regis Prograis, former champion. Arnold Barboza Jr., world class. Echo Esuman, first guy to stop him. So these are guys that Catterall fights. Let me show you Giasov. Let me show you guys Giasov fights. Giasov 17-0. If he was 26 years old, I'd be like, all right. He's not. He's older than Jack. This dude's older than Jack, dude. We've seen it time and time again. These Olympians, these amateurs being coddled in the pros and then shitting the bed. I do not trust this dude at all. Look who he last fought. Okay. He fights Ocampo. Right? Ocampo's 17-2. Okay. He stops Ocampo in the 4th. Let's see who Ocampo fought before Jack. Ocampo was 17-2 when he fought Jack. Let's see who Ocampo fought to get the. Or my bad. Ocampo was 17-2 when he fought Giasov. He gets stopped in the 4th against Giasov. Let's see who Ocampo fought before he got the Giasov fight. What propelled Ocampo to get Giasov, right? Oh, that makes sense. Ezekiel Alvarenga, a guy you already fought when he was 4-14. You fight him again, and he's 5-26, and you beat him twice. So why not take Giasov on? Okay, these are the opponents Giasov is fighting. Ocampo gets stopped in the 4th. To get the Giasov fight, he beats Ezekiel Alvarenga again, who was 4-14 and then 5-26. Oh, Johnny, but that's just one opponent. That's just one guy. Okay, maybe you're right. That's just one guy. Let's see who Giasov fought before Ocampo. So before the Ocampo fight, he fights Miguel Ramirez, Ramirez. A fight in which he went life and death with and won via split decision. Okay? Let's see who Miguel Parra fought to get the Giasov fight. Surely somebody great, right? Oh. He beats a guy who's 14-35. That makes sense. So he beats a guy who's 14-35, Parra, beats him by decision, and then he gets the Giasov fight. And then Giasov beats him by split decision. Like, you guys got to look a little bit deeper, bro. You got Jack fighting world champions. You got Giasov fighting dudes who are like 14-35, going life and death with them winning decisions. I hate losing more than I like. Luke, we still good. Has the degenerate homie hit you up yet? This guy's a legend. He is. I talk, bro. I talk. Is it? Yes. His name. He's my boy, Aaron. He called. He lives in Portland. He asked me. He literally asked me for money all the time. I haven't. He lived with me for a year, 13 years ago. Think about crazy the mindset is. He asks me for money. I'm like, bro. I came up with that because at the time my life was all boxing, training, fight. Nice. It's great. Everything boxing. I like it. It's perfect. I think it's perfect. Eager to see how everyone looks at the weigh-in. Best part of it. Yes. Barry Unboxing Beast. Follow him on Twitter. Albert Ramirez versus Lerone. I like Albert Ramirez, man. Every time we get to see Albert Ramirez, we've seen him multiple times on the Eye of the Tiger cards, right? This is a sleeper good fight. Don't sleep on Willibaldo versus Maloney. This is a good fight. The Willibaldo Garcia Perez. Sleeper good fight. Guys, there's 70 of you savages in here. I say thank you. Just like the video. Guys, if you're a JSB insider or if you signed up to the Patreon and you're not in the Discord, email me. JohnnyStofko@iCloud.com. My email is pinned in my YouTube bio. Off topic, but humans build pyramids, such a lack of technology. Oh, Lil Batu. This is a different. Me and you could talk for hours about this. We should do a separate podcast about this. You must have heard me talk about this before. 5-26. Baku. That's all I'm saying, brah. That's all I'm saying. It's like Catterall's fighting for undisputed belts. Giasov's fighting blokes who are like 5-26. The stats are right in front of us. We just got to look and find them. There's information right in front of us. Oh, Jacques Cousteau Sanchez upset incoming. Big Frank. You think the boys in the Discord were calling him Frunk? Frunk Sanchez. That shit had me dying last night. Unk Sanchez, Frunk. Come on, man. You cats are so smart. Shout out to the JSB Discord, boys. The boys never get it wrong. Frunk Sanchez last night had me dying, dude. 33 years old. You must be out your goddamn mind. I got to take PJ, the information's right in front of us. I'm just hoping. So what I'm seeing is Jack controlling the range. You're going to get Giasov, who's going to be on his toes, bouncy. He's going to be super keen, all about it initially. Jack is going to use his jab to control range, catch Giasov with that backhand, circle out. Jack, I feel, is going to be able to control the spurts. He's going to be able to control the Russians, and then he'll be able to domesticate them. Chakram. Moneyline. Let's go. Chakram. Moneyline. That's what a fun name to say. Chakram Giasov. Speaking of shock, we got Shock Foster coming up, baby. Shushu Abdullah gonna be in Cleveland on the 4th. You coming to what? Dude, it'd be great to fly from Sydney. So I'm coming back to Ohio in August. I won't be able to come for July. I know, man. I got it from Ohio. That car, dude, Tiger Johnson. You can't say Della and Shushu without saying Tiger. Tiger's my boy, man. I think Tiger's a future world champion. People have been sleeping on Tiger since the Emmys. Why is Eddie hyping up Verhoeven so much? You think this guy? Well, Rico is a legend in kickboxing. Rico Verhoeven, if anything, look, it's a totally different sport. I think Eddie is doing his due diligence to show reverence. Rico's a living legend, man, in a different sport. So Eddie is just showing revelry. Eddie is, and shout out. I mean, I'm sure this will be hands down the biggest payday of Rico's career. So there's a lot of other stuff going on. I'm not excited about that fight. I don't think many of us are. Gia doesn't have a jab, which is a problem against Jack. Yeah, he runs it. He runs it, and nobody talks about with his chin like this. Gia has one of those. Who did we just see? Who's the kid from the UK? Who fought? He was beating. God damn it! Who did? He just won. He trains with the Fail brothers, Ben Fail. Brad. He just fought. Brad something. He fights. Brad's neck is like this. This is kind of how Giasaw fights, like that. Couldn't find Barry Unboxings. Robinson is in the Discord. Yeah, he put it under. Barium, are you still here? Guys, I gotta run. Jack got that one punch. Jack don't have one punch knockout power. He has good timing. He doesn't have one punch knockout power. Jerry, thanks for the last week, dog of the week. My God, baby, see, that's what I'm talking about. I do this for you. That makes me more happy than anything is hearing comments like this. Thanks for the last week, dog. 1,700. Kusei over Jerusalem. We up. I didn't find a dog this weekend, though, so I don't force things. Our 15 weeks in a row finding dogs is still live. I'm sure there'll be one next week. I just didn't see one this week. There's only been Jan, Feb, March, April, 16 weeks. So out of 18 weeks, there's been 2 weeks that I haven't picked a dog. That's why we've hit that's why we've hit 15 weeks straight of dogs. Mike from Melbourne, 61 viewers, 19. Come on, gents, make a grown man big. Make a grown man big. I'll see you guys. Be good.